So hey, I wanted to say I think this video is going to be a pretty long video, but um, I had some issues and I had to contact the company, and I would recommend watching this video because it is very informative. Some things that I didn't realize about lithium batteries, and some things that were kind of not mentioned in the instruction manual of their charger. So, yeah, appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks a lot.
So hey, what's going on? Another video on this battery and charger. I'm going to show you all the process, and this is the first time I've done this, so we're going to do this together. Um, and we're going to see how easy this is. I kind of went through all the instructions last night and in the manuals, and I just kind of wanted to go over um, a few things. I got a cheat sheet here. I guess I could just show y'all and just post it up, so if y'all wanted to read it, y'all can read it. And I might do that. I might cut this whole video down just to save on time. But just some features that I wanted to go over, and I'm in no way a spokesperson for Timeusb at all. They did not send me this battery. I bought this with my own money. But just some, we'll start out with the charger. Some charger features, high efficiency, small, lightweight. And even though I wouldn't consider it like super lightweight, but there again, as we've seen yesterday, with the battery weight. It's got an exclusive pre-charge mode. It can switch power supply, which can activate the battery. It can repair long and unused or sleeping batteries to extend its life. Charger has 3 charging modes. Pre-charge stage, which checks the battery, makes sure that it can take a fast charge. If not, it will charge the battery at the rate of 124 amps until the voltage is reached for fast charging. Fast charging of the battery, which is the second stage, is charged at 10 amps till the voltage of 14 volts is reached, and then it goes into a floating stage, which can begin floating charge where the current is decreased till the voltage of 14.6 is reached, and the charger will turn off the output voltage, and it's fully charged. High reliability. It's composed of high quality military and industrial grade components for low failure rate, quality management, reliability, and long service life. Multi-protection functions such as over temperature protection, output short protection, reverse polarity protection, output over voltage protection. It's an aluminum alloy shell. It's got a surface oxidation treatment, has good heat dissipation, high hardness while not fading. And I guess they're talking about the paint on it. I don't know. I didn't get real specific. Now, the battery features, it's Bluetooth 5.0 capable. Comes with the terminal bolts right there and a couple washers and little insulator caps. And it does have a BMS, which is a battery management system. Supports low temperature charging protection, in which the BMS or battery management system stops charging if the battery temp falls below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will resume when the temperature reaches 41 degrees Fahrenheit. It can be charged with a solar panel. If it has a controller, you can also charge it with an alternator or generator if said alternator or generator supports that, which I guess is a lithium battery. I don't know. And you can also run these in series or parallel. Um, Now, for the charger connections, we're going to do this. I'm going to bring y'all in a little closer for this. We're going to try to do all this. So I'm just going to take these little plastic caps off here, and they just screw in. So let me bring you a little closer. I'm going to switch cameras too, because we're going to download the app onto my phone. So we're going to go to my JVC. So if the quality changes, that's why.
So basically it's just got these plastic caps and they just screw in here. Red's positive, black is negative. And then we're going to plug a cable into the charger first. Only goes in one way. It's got a little way that it's made there, so you can't really get it wrong. Let's see. It's got a little light on it right here. Now they say that when you plug it in, you switch the power on, but there's no switch on this anywhere that I can see. And I have looked all over this charger, so I'm going to assume that it's going to cut on as soon as you plug it in. So we're going to plug that in now. And we're going to see what happens. And we have a green light. And then it just turned red, which means it has gone into charging mode. So now it says that you have to download the app. So I've got a Samsung phone, and you can go to the Google store and download the Timeusb app, or if you have one of these things here, it's a code reader, and what it does is it reads these little QR code, and they give you that, and you can just scan that with your phone, which I'm going to pull mine up, and it scanned it that quick, and you can see the website that it's going to. And then what you don't want to do with a Samsung is hit this install button, because that installs TikTok. So you got to watch that. So what I do is I go to open browser, and then that takes me directly to Timeusb, and then I install it from the Google Play App Store. I hope y'all can see that. And we're installing, and just like that, it looks like it's installed. Yep, there we go. And then we're going to open it. Now what you have to do is you have to create an account with them, which I'll go ahead and do that. Basically it takes you to this page here where you can register. Just ask you some questions like your email address, and it wants you to set up a password. And then you have to sign a user agreement, where you have to acknowledge that you've read the user agreement, and data privacy policy. And then we hit next. And then they send you a verification code email. So we will go back to my email. Alright, and then it says, hello Monster Man. and then it wants me to no device added yet, add device. So in order to add the device, what you do is if you look here, there's another one of them little squiggly QR codes. You have to scan that, to my understanding. So let's add, we're going to hit add device. Oh, okay, there we go. You see that it says scan QR code to add device. So we're going to hit that button. My phone must be like, allow time bus is asking me to allow. I'm going to allow using the app. And we're going to come over, we're going to scan it. It's asking me to allow my location, which I'm only going to do it this time. Then it's asking me to find and connect. I'm going to do allow. It says it's connecting. Added device successfully. Check device. We're going to hit check device. My phone must be wonky today. There we go. And let's see what kind of data we got here. It says remaining charge time. Remaining charge time 6 hours and 22 minutes. It says it's charging. It said 56% charge. Temperature is 19 degrees Celsius, which we're going to have to change that because I don't do Celsius. Power in watts, current, voltage is 13.4. Looks like we can check the balance on this, and we can check cells, and we can do a BMS. So we're going to go ahead and charge this up. When it's fully charged, we'll come back and, I'm just curious here. Maybe up here in the settings. Nope. Settings, here we go. Well, looks like they don't give you a choice to change the settings to Fahrenheit. That's kind of not cool. Well, looks like that's all we can do. Balance status, under good condition, your battery is well balanced. See when you hit cell. I guess because they're green, they're good. I don't know. It's nothing's happening when you click it. So yeah, I wish I could change this temperature setting though. So I won't have to. I'll have to look it up online and see, because I don't do Celsius. Alrighty, so we're just going to let this charge until it's charged up, and when it's done, I'll bring y'all back. Stick around. So one thing I wanted to show y'all is I did download a Timeusb app down to my phone. So basically you just hit that app, and then it brings you to this page here. It says we're unconnected. And then we're connected. So that's how you go about when you want to check your battery, like if you're on the water or something like that. So yeah, cool beans. I just wanted to show you all that. I just kind of found that out after I cut the camera off. Alrighty. So we'll be back after it's charged up. About 5 hours.
So I just wanted to give an update here on where we are at. And let's see here. We're going to connect. The last time I checked, we were at 95% connected. And we're at 99%. 142.5 amps per hour. 129.2 watts, 9.5 current. 3.6 volts. Looks like we still have an hour and 17 minutes. I went from 16 to 17. I did notice that when we were back at the, when I checked it last time, it was 44 minutes. Now it's 1:16. So I'm guessing, being as that we're at 13.6, it's downgraded to the float charge. Well, not really, because we're at 13.6, but yeah, regardless. And these do work if you push on them. They do. My phone is just kind of wonky today. There we go. Cell status, your battery is functioning optimally. And if you click the BMS, it kind of basically tells you the same thing. So yeah, about another hour and we should be fully charged. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I've not found out a way to change that Celsius setting, so I might email them and ask them if there's a way to do that. But in looking at this, I don't see that there is, unless they have a firmware update or something. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple hours and go from there. So I was sitting over in my chair over there, and I happened to hear this noise, this ticking sound, and I was like, what in the world is that noise? So it sounded like it was coming from the battery. What it's coming from is this charger. And I'm going to guess that we're almost charged, so I'm just curious here. Let's go to our app. And we're going to connect. I'm going to open our app. It says 100%. $147 amps. 0 watt, 0 current. 13.8 is the voltage. And then the balance. Now our BMS over here is yellow. So let's check on this. See what this does. The BMS is in the following protection mode: overcharge protection. So I wonder why that is. Because it's only showing a voltage of 13.8. I was thinking it was supposed to be 14.6. So let me get the owner's manual and see what's going on here, and I'll be right back. So I've kind of read through the manual here, and they don't have troubleshooting for green and red flashing. So being as that this says that it's the BMS status is yellow, it says the BMS is in the following protection mode, which is overcharge protection. Now in the manual for the charger, under the protection functions, it says output overcharge protection. When the charger output is greater than 15.5 volts, the output current will be cut off and the LED will be flashing red alarm. But it's not flashing red, it's flashing green and red. So, in looking at the manual for the battery, they really don't have a troubleshooting section in it. But it did say, let me find it here now. It says what to do when the battery stops working. And then it says when the battery can't work, can't be charged, voltage is 9 volts. It has an 80% chances that the BMS has shut it off for protection, and you could try one of the below ways to activate the battery. So we're going to try these general steps. It says to do these, to activate it, cut off all connections from the battery, leave the battery aside for 30 minutes. Then the battery will automatically recover itself to normal voltage, which is 10 volts, and it can be used after fully charged. So that's what I'm going to try first. I'm going to let it sit for 30 minutes and we'll I don't know, it's kind of confusing. If the battery is still unable to recover itself after the above steps, please try activating by doing one of the two methods. Use a charger with a lithium battery activation function to fully charge the battery, which I don't think I have that. Or method 2 is connected to a controller, which I don't think I have that either. Charger with lithium battery activation function. So, a little disappointed at this point. I guess I'm just going to try that and see what it does. I'm going to let it rest for 30 minutes and we'll check our okay, now our BMS just changed green. And it's at 13.7 volts. It says your BMS is running smoothly. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to disconnect this. Let it set for 30 minutes, and then I will recheck everything, and I'll get back with you. So hey, what's going on? It's actually been a couple of hours. It's actually been 2 hours exactly. I got tied up with some stuff and some phone calls and family stuff. But I finally got to sit down and go through the battery manual and read it again closely, which I did the first time. But you know, it's kind of hard to retain all that for me anyway. That's why I like to have a manual, you know. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, throw the manual away. No, I'd rather have a manual. And but anyway, in going through this, I always thought that, and this is just what I've read online. So I mean, this is why I take things with a grain of salt. That the lithium battery fully charges 14.6 volts. Well, that's not the case with this battery. So I'm just going to tell you what this battery is saying. 14.6 is what it's charged at. That's charging rate. Now, like I said, this may not be for all batteries. This is for this particular battery. And apparently, 100% state of charge is 13.33. Now, they say that to calculate state of charge percentage, after the battery is protected from overcharge, the tested battery voltage will be lower than the real voltage. To calculate the state of charge, add 0.5 to 0.7 volts to the tested battery voltage. And state of charge, they say, should be a resting voltage when the battery is off a charger or any kind of load for a minimum of 3 hours. So we've been 2 hours, and I haven't put it back on the charger yet because I wanted to read first so that I would know what's going on. Now, we did see that it did go into overcharge protection, which that's what it says, you know, after the battery is protected from overcharge, which is what it did. And then we've seen that the battery management system said that the battery was okay, even though it was in the yellow while that was going on. So let's check it now after it's been setting for 2 hours and see where we're at. So I got my phone here. Let's see if I can do this leaning up against this battery here. I'll go to Timeusb. I'm getting pretty good at this. I'm going to connect to our Bluetooth. You have to push it twice for it to come back. So we're at 100%, 147 amp per hours, and we're at 13.6. And we got all green. It's kind of hard to see on this camera. We got all green on our balance and everything. So now this power and this current, I didn't realize this at the time, but I'm pretty sure this is what's being put into the battery when it's being charged. So just to verify that, let's put this on the charger and see what happens. So like I say, it's probably going to go into battery protection mode, but I'm going to say this battery is fully charged. So we got our connections made. I'm going to plug it in the wall. I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention, but I'm trying to. I didn't want to put this on the tripod stand because I already put it away. And actually, it's cutting on and off. So it's in battery protection overload. So I'm guessing this is what the charger is supposed to do. It doesn't say that in the manual though. I actually read the charging manual and it said the same thing. So, or it didn't say the same thing. It doesn't show it doing that. So, but I'm going to assume that we're at that voltage that we are all set to go. So, yeah, I'm going to let this set overnight. And see what it looks like in the morning, and I'll let you know if I find anything else out with this charger. But apparently that's how this charger works. Now, I haven't emailed the company to let them know about the battery, not the battery, but me getting the charger, because I wanted to make sure the charger worked and everything. But I think I'm going to ask them, you know, is this how it's supposed to work? Because this is what it's doing, and it doesn't really say that in the manual. Is the manual right or what? So, and but yeah, so we'll see you in the morning.
So hey, what's going on? It is more than a couple of hours or the next day. It's been over the weekend. Timeusb did get back in touch with me, except they didn't answer all my questions in my email, so I had to email them back. So, of course, that was over the weekend. I wasn't expecting them to get back in touch with me, but they got back in touch with me Sunday. So that was actually kind of cool. But anyway, they've been really helpful with me trying to understand how this battery works and all. So the first email that I got, it says, yes, you're correct. The charger powers on automatically when it's plugged in. There is no switch. It says the red light indicates that the charger is active and working as expected. No steps are required to turn the power on. LifePo 4 batteries typically reach a full charge around 14.4 or 14.6 when actively charging. However, once the charging cycle is complete, the battery is at rest, it will settle around 13.3 or above. The resting voltage confirms that the battery is fully charged, not the charging voltage. Said that they were going to have to get back in touch with me. They're going to have to check with the technical team to figure out if there is a way to change the temperature reading from Celsius to Fahrenheit. I don't think there is, unless, say, like there's a firmware, but they're supposed to get back in touch with me on that. I'm not expecting that to happen because in the second email, because like I said, they only answered part of my question. They didn't answer anything about the ticking and the red light, blinking from green to red the whole time and everything. So in the second email, this is what they said. Bear with me, I gotta find the email. Here we go. So it says, when the charger is connected to the battery is fully charged, the charger may enter a standby or maintenance mode, which can sometimes result in lights flashing between red and green. This is generally due to the charger and the battery's protection mechanisms interacting. The ticking sound you're hearing is the charger switching modes as it maintains the battery voltage without overcharging it. Then they tell me what to do. Here's what you can do. Monitor initial charging. When you first connect the charger, allow it to charge the battery until you see a steady green light indicating the battery is fully charged per the manual, and then remove it from the charger. If the light's flashing and ticking between red and green, the battery is fully charged. Generally, the charger is maintaining the charge and it is not a cause for concern. Just disconnect the charger. Once the battery is fully charged, the charger enters maintenance mode. There is no reason to wait for the green solid light. The battery is fully charged and the charger is in maintenance mode. Just remove the charger. So that's not explained in the manual, though. It doesn't say anything about that. So I'm glad I got a clarification on that, because who's got time to sit and watch a battery the whole time to where it turns green? You would think that once it enters a maintenance mode, it would just turn green, but I don't know how all that works, but we got a clarification on it. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to throw this in. I was hoping to get this on the water this week, but unfortunately my back is giving me problems and that is not going to happen this week. I don't believe, unless I have something happen where I wake up and I feel like, yeah, let's go, but I don't see that happening. I've just done too much this week, so stick around. We'll hopefully go get on the water here soon, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this battery. So we're all charged up and ready to go. So, and as you can see in previous video, got everything leveled out. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I think I'm just all got to make some little checks here and there. Appreciate you watching. Keep on fishing.